welcome to the Cottage. I am Babs with Cottage Rogue. This is my 36th floss tube, and welcome to my channel, predominantly about cross stitch. So I am super excited. It has been about 3 to 4 weeks approximately since my last one. I was sick for a couple of weeks. Holidays, Thanksgiving happened. We had our very first snowstorm on November 30th, which broke not one, but 2 records, including the most amount of snow first dropped on the first snowstorm, and the most amount of snow dropped in November, which was 13 inches. So exciting times. We've had plenty of snow since then. It's been highly precipitous this winter so far, and it's not even technically winter yet. So winter solstice hasn't occurred as of yet, but I have been busy. And I can't wait to show you everything. I do want to recap a couple of things here first because I didn't get a chance to at the beginning of the month or at the end of November. So November stats, I worked on 6 whips. I had 1 finished object. I had 1 new start, 14 stitchy days, which was actually pretty low. However, I did 6,226 stitches for the month, which is not my lowest. So on those days I was stitching quite a bit for sure. So I am excited, and also just want to give a quick shout out to Stitchy Witchy B, who was back from a 2.5-month hiatus. Welcome back. So excited. And I also want to announce that I will be in 2026 joining the Flosstube frenzy that was originally started by the Alchemist Stitcher. So I'll have more information and details on that later. And welcome returning viewers, and if you are new, please go ahead, sit back, relax, pull up a chair, get a project, and we're going to go ahead and get started here. And I first want to finish up on the Great British Bake Off because I left off on weeks 9, well, weeks 8 to 9 was my last video, and I need to finish that up because we did have a winner. And the winner, of course, was this lovely creature here. And I will actually put this away once this video is over until the next Halloween season. So this is by Ship's Manor. The fabric as well is 14 count abracadabra. And this is called Halloween Town, again by Ship's Manor. And I worked on a lot of the black that you see here in the chapel mausoleum. I'm not sure what this is. And then down here and over here and these 2 dots and this way. And then maybe some up here. I don't quite remember. It has been quite a bit of time since I have worked on this. But I am proud to say that this piece is about 33% completed. So I have about a third done, and I'm so very excited about that. This is fantastic. It's looking great. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I am so grateful I got the opportunity to really work on this quite a bit during the Great British Bake Off Challenge. So that has been super fun. So we're going to go ahead and put you away, my darling, at least for now. And then another GBBO project that I had worked on and I still need to work on is the Stitch for Pride 2025 by D's 20 Stitches. I am so far behind. There's no way I'm going to finish it this year, but my goal is to finish it next year. I was working on July, and the last time you saw this, I had finished this whole wing and I believe this part of the bird. So the only new part, oh yeah, and the words were already there. The only new part is the pink on the wing. So I'm going to do the second wing as pink, opposite of this. And then I'll just need to finish the snake, the words on this side, and then there's going to be a crown. So that's as far as I got. I probably did this during lunch, like when I had limited time. So, you know, at work. So I will pull this out again. I don't know if it'll be this year. I'll probably start again January 1st, which will be exciting. I've been debating about doing the 12 by 12, which for those of you who don't know, you pick out 12 projects. And then on New Year's Eve, you're supposed to, like every hour starting at noon until midnight, you work on 1 project per hour. Now I usually have New Year's Eve plans. I have some friends, we get together, we do a game night. So maybe on New Year's Day is I will start this and just make sure to do 1 hour per project. And usually I can get about 100 stitches depending on the color change. So, or if it's just fill. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll talk more about that later. The 12 by 12 later. But yeah, this is the Stitch for Pride 2025. And I'm very excited. I have seen people's finishes of this and they are gorgeous. I love all the motifs. So I am super thrilled to be working on this and that I got a chance to. I don't believe D's 20 Stitches is doing one for 2026 at this point, which is totally fine. Everyone deserves a break. Absolutely. So I feel really privileged that I got in on this one last year so I could do it this year for sure. But I love this and I will keep this one in the frame so that way I can work on it a little bit easier. Now I have some fun and exciting news. So I have a couple of finished objects and I have a fully finished object. So I am just utterly thrilled. Like, when you finish something and you just get that like a yes, yes, I've done it, that kind of feeling. I can't just put it into words right now, but it's just very satisfying, immensely so. So this one's actually going to be a gift and I need to drop it in the mail tomorrow. So by the time this goes out, it'll be in the mail and on its way, or the recipient isn't going to get it until February, because they're traveling. So this is called Travel Together, #1 Trip and Voyage by Jeannette Douglas Designs. And look, yes, I did leave the glass in it. I love this. This is on 20 count cold foam. I did make a few changes. Like this camera here is red and originally it's white. I did make an outline around that suitcase there. And this center band across, I did a DMC variegated that has the lavender and green. There is a reflection, so I apologize for that. But yeah, I even got my little initials down there in 25 for the year, so I'm very excited about it. It's so pretty. I really love this. I mean, it's not every day that you get a fully finished object, so this is immensely satisfying. And if I hold this up, I mean, you can tell the little bit of differences in each one. And I have to say the red camera is my absolute favorite change right there. I love the red, but I used to have a camera that was red. So, it makes perfect sense. Absolutely. So I'm going to bubble wrap this and drop it in the mail tomorrow. Probably at lunch I go to the post office. It's been so busy, but holidays, so it makes sense. So I love this. I also have the amazing End. The End by Bad Stitch is now fully finished. Here's what it looks like in the photo inside the Adventures. What is this? The Adventure Collection book that I have. I actually bought that in August of 2024. And now it's not in a frame, but it's a finished object. It's so pretty. I love it. So the last time I showed this to y'all, I did not have any of the flowers in. So those are all in now, including this one. And I was missing parts of the sword and the highlight of the sword. And then some of the little flourishes. Here, let's get a close up here. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love this. I am searching for the perfect frame for this, so that way I can put it up. Because it's so pretty. And this is on 18 count Garden Party, also by BeStitchMe. The first one, the cold foam, was also by BeStitchMe too. So I've always said that Garden Party is my favorite non-neutral neutral. I mean, it works for so many things because you have this kind of manila color. You have kind of this greenish color. And also this pattern is what made me fall in love with Bad Stitch patterns. So highly recommend. And then of course, Bad Stitch also has a bunch of candy pop style, super bright colors, bats, insects, possums. And I absolutely love her patterns. So they're fantastic. I think I have finished 3 of them now of hers since within the year. in about a year, approximately. In the past, since 2024 started. I don't remember. But yeah. So I think at least 3 patterns. And I've got more waiting to do as well. So The End by Bad Stitch. So much fun. I absolutely love it. Also, for some reason, about a couple weeks before December, I decided that I am going to be making some bookmarks for my nibblings. I have 3 of them for Christmas. And usually that side of the family, they tend to do Christmas on like over New Year's weekend, but not this year. So I don't have that extra week. So I'm really rushing. So all of their projects have gone to the wayside and I am working on the bookmarks. And I just finished one today. There was about, I think, a little over 2,000 stitches. So I have been working on this for a little bit. And let me go ahead and put this, there we go. We'll use the book here for this. So this is one of the bookmarks for the Buddy system. It's by Infinity Bear Designs. It's stitched on 14 count black Aida. I just had some scrap Aida lying around. So 14 count scrap Aida. And it is from the Spellbound Stitches Volume 5. It's the bookmark book. And this one was done for charity in the month of November. So I purchased it. I donated to charity and then they provided it. And so in that effect, I purchased it, which is totally fine. I love it. I think it's a great premise. One of the nibblings loves space and very obsessed. And I think that's fantastic. He just got a telescope. And so I thought this would be great for it. And I did it with called for DMCs. So it's very bright. We got the bright turquoise, the hot pinks. And then, of course, I love the visor as well. The purples of the visor. And then also, I don't know if you can see this, but the stars right here, I don't know if it'll focus enough, but the stars are actually étoile, just white étoile. So there's a little teeny tiny bit of sparkle. I don't think you're going to see it in here because it's just over a few stitches. It's all of the stars. And I wanted to differentiate between the white highlights inside the suit. And so that's why I did that. And then also the border as well. One thing I love about this pattern is that the feet and the hands and the helmet, they kind of stick out. I think that is super cool and very cute. So it's not fully finished yet, but it is going to get fully finished before the 25th of December or the 26th. Or the 27th, whichever day they're coming down. I need to peg that down. I need to pin that down. So, but yeah, I'm so happy. I even got my initials up here and the year as well, the 25 and with the apostrophe. So yeah. And one thing I am kind of low-key proud of is I managed to get my initials in a 1x1 right there, which is so good. It is so good. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. I'm super happy about it. That was just one of 3 bookmarks. Now I do have another one started. Here, you can't tell what it is yet, but there it is. It's going to be a banana. It's called Banana. Did I write it down? Who the who created the pattern? Of course not. Yes, I did. Okay, excellent. So this is Banana by AuthorEmbroideDesign. And I haven't done very, very much of this, but it's going to be like a corner bookmark. And I'm going to do my best to get it to where there's like a little sleeve so you can just kind of slide it on. But if not, if all else fails, you can absolutely just tuck it in the book and it would be totally fine. And of course, that means since I'm getting bookmarks for each of them, then they will each also get a book. So I have already gotten and or ordered the books necessary, which is fantastic. So I will be working on this one next because it only has 1,100 stitches. And of course, they're all yellow, but that's totally fine. And so I should be able to get this one done in probably 3 days, maybe 4. And then I got to work on the last one. and for one of my nibblings. And that one, I have gone between 3 or 4 different designs trying to figure out which one's going to be the best. The one I really wanted to do was about 6,000 stitches, and there's just no way that I could do that before Christmas Day and still do the other 2. So yeah, so I am going to figure out exactly which one I wanted. Well, I know which one I want to do. I'm going to figure out if it's feasible. And I think it should be, because on the 20th, I do have a stitchy day. So assuming that there's no snow, because it is out of town, then I ought to be able to make quite a bit of progress on that stitchy day, which will be a really good thing. And I'll be trying some new things with that one. That's cool. Okay, so those are the 2 of the 3 bookmarks that I have FO'd and started. One other thing. I do have my stocking, which I have done quite a bit of work on this. I did an obscene amount of work on this in November before the holidays. Then I put it to the wayside, but I also got permission from my sister-in-law. She said I don't have to have it ready this year. I'm still going to finish it, but I'm going to do the bookmarks first. And then once those bookmarks are done, then I will go ahead and complete it, because I am so close. I have maybe 400 stitches left and then the outline. So I wanted to get done this year. I'm determined on that. But here's the stocking right here. I love it. Like, this one is super cute. So this is the Sledding Snowman stocking. It is designed by Michael Stoebner. It is a dimensions kit. Although when I received it, most of it was done except for like the background, like yellow here and the very top. Everything else was done, including the backstitch. So yeah, is a lot. I mean, there's still quite a bit that I need to do in the background, quite a number of stitches, but at least the background was like half across, which is nice. And even this part up here, the red is half cross. So that's just crazy to me. And then I decided, instead of backstitch, to do a full cross for the name so you could really see it. And I still have it folded up in here because I'm not done, but I say it's turned out really well so far. So I did get all of this done, which I have shown before. And then now I have I have the name, who it's going to be for, and I have the red part. And the only part left would be now in these spaces right here and here. There's 4 lines, and I could tell you it's 100 per, approximately. And it evens out to 100. I have 400 stitches left. So between those 4 lines, there's 400 stitches. And then I just got to do the back stitch all the way around, just to make it easier on my sister-in-law for when she makes the stocking. So when I get done with this, I will take it out of the frame. I will iron it. And that way I can show it to you proper at that point. But this part right here is the major. This was multiple thousands of stitches, but it went fairly quickly. So I'm very happy about that. And we're getting so close. I love it. Even the backs look pretty good. And also the name here, I used a variegated like yellow floss, like a gold floss. I was trying to match the gold in this lantern, and I think I was pretty successful. But you can tell here because the L is the darkest and the I is the lightest. So I know I was stitching like with it so close. I'm like, I hope you can be able to read this, but you like hold it back. Like, yeah, you could totally read that. It's totally fine. It looks so good. So I am very happy with this. And then I'll have 1 out of the 5 stockings done. And next year, of course, I will be focusing more on getting another one of the stockings done, and maybe more than 1, because there's 2 of them for sure I want to get done by Christmas 2026. So there's that. And then the last project I have worked on, see, I did a lot of stuff over the second half of November and the first half of December. So my friend Brian and I, we are doing our own little makeshift stitch along with Fall Library by Colorfully Sarah. And Colorfully Sarah has patterns that have a lot of little motifs on them. They're super cute. You know, I guess I would consider them like not smalls, but you know, they're not huge projects. They're not like the stocking or anything like that. And our first motif was the center one, which makes sense because it is in the round. And we did the center book. That was last week or 2 weeks ago, like the first week in November. And then the second week in November is this one over here to the left. Sorry. It took me a moment. So to the left here, so you can see I am not done here. There aren't a lot of stitches in this motif. So I ought to be able to get it done really quickly, probably on Monday, to be honest. You know, at lunchtime or something if I'm not at the post office. And then we'll continue down on the motifs as well. So the next one will be in the corner here, and then the next one will be like beneath the book. So I'm really excited for this. This is done on 18 count Devil's Claw. Is it 18 count? Hold on. No, this is 20 count. 20 count Devil's Claw, also by BeStitchMe. I really love it because it's got this like gray purple look. It's a little veiny and stuff, but there's going to be a whole bunch going on here. It is kind of one of my spookier fabrics. And I do have a piece that's on like another portion of this. This is like a scrap. But I love it. I think it's perfect for fall library because, you know, fall, autumn, it's kind of getting into that spooky time, you know, the time of transition. So I love it. Of course, I'm going to keep my my pumpkin needle minder on there because autumn. And my goal is to catch up as well. In fact, if I could get that banana bookmark done like super fast, I should be able to catch up and then complete the other one. I know this book right here was over 500 stitches, so it took a lot of time. But I find if I do it on lunches at work, it's not too terribly involved. And I was able to put it on my pattern keeper really well. It was entered in really nicely, which is awesome. So I'm really able to do this decently quick. There's just a lot of color changes on some of these. This one, not so much, but this one, yeah, because the little, you know, there's 2 oranges in that. There's going to be like 3 colors in this skinny one. I don't know how many is in this one. And then there's 2 more books. So I'm really excited about it. I love that we're doing this. It'll probably take us about 10 or 11 weeks to finish this one because we're literally just doing 1 motif a week, which is totally cool. I love it. So Brina, you've got me beat right now, but I will catch up. And I love comparing it. It's so much fun. It's kind of like doing a book club, but you know, with cross stitch. Now, as y'all know, it is Advent season. I did get a floss Advent calendar, and I have been uploading regular shorts, YouTube shorts. But I just want to show you my flosses that I got, and then also another little bit of haul. Actually, I'll show you the haul first because I do have A Year in the Woods 2, number 6, The Chipmunk by Cottage Garden Samplings right here. The chipmunk is so adorable. I absolutely love it. And I know the next one that's coming out, which is the cardinal. Oh my gosh, to die for. I adore the cardinal. But I love the color, the little extra bit of color. I know the flowers are still kind of brown, but you know, the whole sepia tone for this run of Here in the Woods is super pretty. But it's just really startling to see the redness of the cardinal, and it's so perfect because in winter you see them, and it's always this stark redness. So I'm talking more about the cardinal than this adorable little chipmunk. I'm kind of excited about it. But yeah, one thing I love about the chipmunk here is the little fur coming up, and I think those might be French knots, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just X's, but still super cute. Maybe I'll do French knots. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But it's super cute. I really enjoy this chipmunk. And I'm going to put you with the rest of my Cottage Garden Sampling Year in the Woods collection because I have all of them from the first one and so far all of them from the second one. And this is number 6. So we are halfway through. It's very exciting. Also, I am doing a fantasy floss this year to help me decide which project I should work on and be my main focus in 2026. If you want input on that, make sure you check out my fantasy floss videos here, and which will continue on until we narrow it down. That's where you vote on one of two projects, and I have a whole bracket and everything. That's why it's called Fantasy Floss. By the end of this year, we should wrap up the voting and everything like that. So keep an eye on that in that video. Also, the YouTube shorts, I put them out there. You can vote there. And also the YouTube posts. I will post a poll with pictures. So you can choose. You have 3 chances to vote for the one that you want to move forward in the round. That may be ultimately the one that gets picked for the 2026 main project. So pick the one that you want to see. And again, thank you so much for being here. You all are absolutely amazing. Remember, my cottage is always open, and I will see you in the next Flosstube. Bye-bye, everyone. Happy stitching.